Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about this big fight coming up between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, and I want to give my breakdown on who do I think has the advantages in this fight and who do I think is going to win. So, these two fighters are at their prime and they're the best of their division. This is like legendary stuff right here. We don't get this too often anymore, where two prime fighters are fighting each other at the peak of their career. And I think they are at the peak of their career. So, we got Shakur Stevenson, champion at 126, 130, 135. I have yet to see him in a close fight. He's looked phenomenal in almost every single one of his fights. But every top fighter always has one bad fight, at least one bad fight where they just stink up the place. Nobody ever really hits money every single time. So we're going to let off the hook some of those bad performances that Shakur Stevenson had, because he's had some phenomenal performances on the high level, especially his last fight. Then we also got Teofimo Lopez, who is the top of the food chain at 140, and in his fight versus Barboza proved that he is like a class above majority other competitors in that weight class. The reason why this fight is so special is because this is literally the best 135-pound fighter in the world, best 140-pound fighter in the world, and they're literally matching up in their prime for 140-pound supremacy. I know people could add Tank and Roach into that conversation, but for the sake of clarity, we're not going to include that, because at this point it doesn't seem like Tank wants to fight the best guys out there, and I don't really think he has for the most part. So with that being said, both fighters have really good stamina. I don't recall any of them ever really being truly tired to a significant degree on the top level, except for Lopez during his loss against Kambosa, which, by the way, we could address it, but I think everybody here is safe to anybody watching this can safely say that Shakur is not going to see that the Lopez that fought Kambosa that night. So, who has the faster hands? Combination-wise, natural punching-wise, it could be Shakur Stevenson. But I think a firefight, like shot for shot, I think Teofimo's dangerous with that right hand. And that's what I'm curious about too. I'm curious, how can Shakur Stevenson handle that right hand? Is he going to handle it well? Is it going to stun him? Is it going to drop him? And I think those are all possibilities of him getting stunned and dropped. I don't see him getting knocked out unless if he gets hurt really bad, but I don't see that because Shakur Stevenson's eyes, he sees the punches coming so much that I don't think it's going to catch him off guard to that high degree. With that being said, that power that Teofimo has, and if he has the capability of landing that right hand, flush, I do think that will play a role in a close fight. I don't think any person's dominating each other. If Shakur Stevenson dominates Teofimo Lopez, he has borderline Hall of Fame career already. He'll be a 4-division world champion, dominating the top dude in his prime at 140, but that's hypothetical. I think this is going to be a close fight. I think it's going to go decision. And if Teofimo cannot hurt Shakur Stevenson, I see Shakur Stevenson taking this fight in a close fight. But I do have confidence in Teofimo's right hand to land flush and hurt him a few times and steal a few rounds that might have been otherwise going to Shakur Stevenson, or even hurting him early in the round to where he dominates and wins that round. I can see the power being the difference here. I do think Teofimo can take Shakur's power comfortably. Obviously, he can't take a whole combination. You know, at the elite level, when you take combos like that, you're gonna get hurt. But these guys are elite. They know how to not get hit by 4 or 5 punches at once. I see, this is so tough to choose. I see Teofimo winning this by split decision, because some rounds will be given to him because he landed the more telling blow, not necessarily because he's the better boxer. I think the better boxer is Shakur Stevenson. It's really hard for me to choose against him, and honestly, if he was fighting anybody else in and around that weight class, 147 to 135, it would be Shakur Stevenson all day. And even in this fight, people that think Shakur is going to win, I'm not really trying to argue with you guys, because I know the debates and then the points you're going to make for Shakur Stevenson. But I'm going to go with my man Teofimo. He's the underdog, and I think he's hungry for this fight. I think he is getting a little bit under Shakur's skin. And I think Shakur's going to want to press that fight a little bit, and it might cost him just a few rounds, but just enough to get the victory for Teofimo. So that's my pick, guys. Split decision, Teofimo. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if I'm crazy, because I'm a Shakur fan. I like Shakur a lot. Again, I won't pick him against anybody else around those weight classes. And even this one, I had to really think about it. And I'm going to review my answer right before the fight happens. But I got Teofimo split decision, maybe a knockdown or two. Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe, because I'm going to be talking a lot about boxing, all right? I have a fighter that's I'm training right now, so I'm a boxing coach myself. And I also love the sport. I can talk about it for hours, all right?